The caregiver rushed into the room, but from her perspective, the old man was just watching an action movie. He had one hand over the assassin's mouth and the other holding the TV remote. As the saying goes, old ginger is spicier. With a father that badass, of course, the son wouldn't be any less. Hutch used dozens of gold bars to buy a construction materials company in preparation for the upcoming battle. He sharpened bullets, stuffed nails into glass bottles, modified traps, drilled holes to plant grenades. Guns and ammo were stacked all over the office. Then he took a canister of gasoline and stormed the mafia's hideout alone. It was a kill-on-sight operation. Anyone who crossed him didn't live long. In just moments, all the mafia assassins were dead. He poured gasoline into the fire sprinkler system, triggered the fire alarm, and flooded the money vault with fuel. Then he lit it up. $100 million went up in smoke in the blink of an eye. The scene shifts to a nightclub. Julian is immersed in his performance on stage. Hutch calmly eats steak at a table below. Julian approaches him, someone daring enough to enter his territory alone. Julian is impressed by the man's courage. But Hutch isn't reckless. In fact, he came fully prepared. On the table lies a directional mine powerful enough to level the place. Hutch makes his demand. He wants to speak privately with Julian. Julian orders his men to clear out. The two daredevils face each other. Hutch states bluntly, all the assassins Julian sent after him are dead. Not only that, he also burned the mafia's slush fund to ashes. From what Hutch understands, Julian himself has been wanting to cut ties with the chaos. Now's the chance they could end the war and live the lives they truly want. From now on they could stay out of each other's way. Or they could go all out tonight. Hutch gives a final warning. I'll be waiting outside for your decision. But Julian is a crime boss. How could he let someone challenge him like that and still hold his head high afterward? Hutch, carrying the mine, calmly walks through the crowd and gets into his car to wait. He silently prays that Julian chooses peace, that way fewer of his men would have to die. But clearly Julian chose the wrong path. Hutch's instincts flare up. He slams the gas pedal and swerves into the oncoming lane face to face with Julian. Their eyes lock, both brimming with killing intent. The battle is about to erupt. After a heart-pounding chase, Hutch successfully lures the enemy to the construction materials company. Julian fires his submachine gun. A bullet tears through Hutch's shoulder. He collapses to the ground. The enemy keeps shooting. At this rate, he'll be riddled with bullets. But just then, the upstairs window shatters. A dark gun barrel emerges. It's Harry, the contact, risking everything to rescue him. Every shot he fires takes down an enemy. At the same time, David appears with a shotgun. Father and son fighting side by side. Under heavy fire support, the two safely retreat into the factory. Hutch's father curses as they go.
I tried the retirement thing. I enjoyed it. Sleepy legs, breakfast, walk around the quad, lunch, nap, swim. But God damn it, Hutchie, if I didn't miss this shit.
The father and son split up to launch a surprise attack on the enemy. Hutch slammed the press button, crushing a grenade, instantly killing the lead assassin in a gruesome death. Harry set up his sniper rifle on the stairs and took out another enemy at close range. When the rest of the enemies rushed in, they unwittingly triggered a trap. 3 of them were blown off their feet, crashing down in a daze. Harry, like a heavenly warrior descending from above, fired a bullet that pierced through 2 men at once. Whether it's scientifically possible or not, who cares? It looked awesome. The last guy got entangled in steel wire. Harry used a nail gun to finish him off, launching the assassin through the window in a perfect transition shot. David kept shooting like a pro, moving and firing with deadly precision. Gunfire echoed through the air as enemies dropped one by one. Hutch fought while retreating into a room. At first glance, it looked like a dead end, but in reality it was wide open. Behind the door was a hidden mechanism. Once all the enemies had entered, Hutch decisively pulled the trigger. The resulting chain reaction was pure brilliance. Finally, the 3 reunited. A slow-motion shot paired with a graceful soundtrack. This was romance made just for men. All the assassins were eliminated, only Julian survived. He didn't rise to power by luck alone, but by ruthless legendary brutality. With just a submachine gun, he nearly turned the tables. But he forgot one thing. In every story, the villain must die. The three of them ran out of bullets and had no choice but to hide behind the machinery. The situation was hanging by a thread. Hutch pulled out his last directional mine. He decided to risk his life to win the fight. He stuck the mine to a piece of bulletproof glass, held it as a shield, and charged straight at Julian, grenade pin clenched between his teeth. He was fully committed. Julian died in the most definitive way possible. Hutch, protected by main character plot armor, only suffered minor injuries. After the battle, the three couldn't help but reflect. That was a bit over the top. But damn, it was glorious. For men who had long retired, being able to fight such an epic counterattack, it made life feel worthwhile. Hutch let the other two retreat first while he stayed behind to clean up the battlefield. The FBI took him in for questioning. The agent asked, "Who are you really?" Hutch silently lit a cigarette and replied, "I'm just an ordinary man." Right then, both agents received a call. The atmosphere turned tense. After 30 seconds of silence, they hung up one after the other. This ordinary man clearly had an extraordinary background. He wasn't someone they could afford to mess with. And that's where the movie ends. Thanks for watching.